Hello, okay, this is going to be a guide on reinstalling Windows on a mini PC. This will be relevant for Windows 11 Home, 11 Pro, uh, just the general consumer grade Windows installation. Reinstalling Windows is free, and it's kind of relevant if Windows updates gets interrupted and the OS gets corrupted, or if you've got a new mini PC and you want to just flash the drive and wipe it clean and put on your own OS. It's just a pleasant safety feature. I think it's relatively easy. Run through the steps of how to do that. For this circumstance, I'm using a GCOM Mini Air 11 N5095, and this has been a nice little trooper of a mini PC, but because I was impatient one evening and I interrupted a Windows update, Windows still loads on this computer, fortunately, but due to some circumstances, when I try to log myself in, I get a black screen. And hopefully you can see, yes, my mouse is there, but everything relevant to Windows is not there. No desktop icons, no taskbar. Explorer.exe has essentially stopped working, and I've tried tricks like Explorer patch and repairing with a USB drive. Unfortunately, all those have not worked in my circumstance. Sometimes they work for other people, so it's good to give those things a try. But for this instance, we're going to go ahead and Google search Windows Media Creation Tool. I don't know if that's easy enough to see. This is the Beaklink GTR 7 Pro over there, but there we go. Windows Media Creation Tool. You Google search that, and you'll get a link, hopefully, for download Windows or create installation media for Windows, and you'll want a USB drive. Windows asks for 8 gigabytes on the USB drive. I recommend 16 gigabytes or more. You don't need like 128 gigabytes on your USB drive. And basically, make sure the drive is clean, because this process is going to kind of wipe the drive itself to put this media creation tool on there. You can go download Windows 11. If you're looking for 10, I mean, you can follow the steps for that, but I'm going to go through Windows 11 since most of the new computers out there are using Windows 11. There we go. All right. And the first one, Windows 11, is installation assistance. That's okay, that's fine. But I'm looking more for the second link here for download now for create a Windows 11 installation media. Open that up. I have a USB drive with an SD card reader, 32 gigabytes here, just to help me out. You don't need any fancy USB version. This is USB 2.0. Format disk, yes please. Start. Okay, wipe it, it should be clean. Anyways, let's go ahead and install the media creation tool. Okay, getting a few things ready. I want to be clear on this. This is all happening on the GTR 7 Pro, my computer here. Nothing has been put on the USB drive yet. I'm just making sure that the USB drive is clean and formatted. So accept. Alrighty, that's fine, that's good. This is the USB drive over here, and as we can see, the computer can read it. It is empty, the folder is empty, so that's ready to go. Okay, over here, select language and edition, Windows 11. Yeah, I am English speaking, so I apologize. I hope there are translations for YouTube and whatnot. Okay, so choose which media to use. I need a USB flash drive. The ISO file thing is just not relevant here. So I'm going to go ahead and select my D drive. That would be, come on. Yeah, that is the formatted USB drive D here. It says D. Okay, so next, getting things ready. This is going to wipe the drive and put Windows on it. It might take a little bit of time, so I may pause this until we get the progress to 100%. All right. Oop. I swear, it was just at 100%. I thought it was ready. Nope. Okay, finally. 5 minutes later, here we go. So, USB flash drive is ready. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. And hopefully, there we go. So the USB drive D has now been set up. I can see the auto run setup and support files already. So I'm going to go ahead and eject this finished USB drive that can now install Windows. Okay. So with the drive in hand, we're going to the problematic GCOM Mini Air 11 because of perhaps fault of my own being in a rush. Fancy. There we go. Connected that. Oh, well, that's a nice sign. I don't know what this error is really referring to, but yeah, the OS is a little bit goobered. So, what can I do actually? I can actually still do a lot of stuff, even if with the black screen. He says as Control-Alt-Delete does not work because my keyboard is not connected. Hang on. Okay, keyboard is now connected. Control-Alt-Delete. Yes? Nay? Huh. Well, that's interesting. Only one of the screens work. What did I do? Oh, there we go. I nudged the HDMI cable. Yay, okay, mouse is back. Control-Alt-Delete. Does absolutely nothing. Okay, great. Never mind. In the past, I could actually Control-Alt-Delete and open Task Manager and shut down the computer, but it looks like the OS corruption is extending itself, and that error is probably not a very good sign. So, I'm going to go ahead and force a shutdown. Hold down that power button. Ideally, you don't want to do this, but it is far nicer than just pulling the plug. There we go. Computer has shut down. USB drive is connected. Oh, I should show how to set up the USB drive so that it is detected. Let's go. Delete key mashing. So while the computer starts up, to enter the BIOS for most of these mini PCs, you just mash that delete key on repeat, like you're in a fighting game, and you will reach the computer's BIOS. Hopefully you don't see any logos other than the company logo or some generic logos, but you mash that delete key on your wired or USB dongle keyboard, and it will enter this BIOS. If you have a Bluetooth keyboard and you're mashing that delete key, it's not going to do a thing until you connect to an OS, which you won't have if you're doing this kind of step. Anyways, so we're going to go to the boot menu and make sure boot number 1 is USB key. Okay, UEFI. Okay, you can hit the enter key and use the arrow keys to navigate, and just select that the USB key is selected as your number 1 boot option. And just for convenience, you can also make your number 2 boot option to a hard disk. Okay, so this will just mean when you disconnect your USB drive, it will boot to whatever is on your SSD or main drive. All right, so this is all looking great. I'm going to go ahead and save changes and exit. Yes. And with the USB drive connected, we should hopefully boot into the Windows Setup Manager. All right. Yeah. So let's see what else. Well, we got red LED, USB drive is being detected. Loading screen, yay, okay. This is USB 2.0, so I probably am a little bit slower than USB 3.0 drive users. All right, blue screen of victory. Yes, okay, so we are in the setup menu for Windows. Do I have a mouse? Yes, I do have a mouse. Okay, cool. So I can go to, hang on. Okay, back again. All right, so we can go to English, United States, time and format. Okay, great. That is the option that we want. US keyboard, next, great. And install Windows 11. You could also have the option of repair my PC. This menu may look different for somebody who has maybe created their USB key in a previous date. Windows does seem to change their menu GUI often, so sorry about that in advance. Microsoft's not consistent, but the buttons are consistent. You can select repair my PC. It will give you a bunch of options. For me, none of them worked. You can go to the advanced option, try and uninstall updates. It didn't repair this. So I have made my peace that I'm going to just go ahead and install Windows 11 on this computer. Let's see, I agree to everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. Yeah, if I don't click that, I won't be able to proceed. Now, important thing here is I could connect a SD card and to the drive and then copy my main downloads and documents folders to that SD card. So I have backed up my files before starting this. If by chance you have not done that, the way you do this is either you just move that SD card, whatever is in that computer, into another computer, and then that can read and copy off that drive. You can connect it to an USB to external M.2 SSD connection, and then that'll also just treat your SSD as a USB drive, and you can also copy files off of that. If by chance you can open up File Explorer from your computer, you can just go to Downloads, right-click, and copy. The button might look different for different OSs, but you just copy that file, copy your documents, files, and paste all of that into a SD card, and that will create a physical backup if you need it. If you have backed up your computer by different means, that's okay. So anyways, we're going to go to accept the license terms. I have no other choice. Hooray. Okay, Windows 11 setup. Go, go, go. Okay. Holy cow. Well. Wait. I think this is all fine. Yes, this is all fine. Some of this is... I mean, if you have one of those cases where you're having multiplying partitions, that's not so great. But disk 0, I'm going to go ahead and delete partitions until everything looks fine. Main thing I don't want to delete is disk partition 1 on the USB drive. That would not be good. Okay, I'm going to just go and delete everything else. Delete partition 1. Okay. This is now partition 1. Delete. Okay, great. That's all there. Do I need to format the partition? No. Okay, this looks good. Okay, great. So all the extra old partitions have been deleted. I'm going to move to next. Everything's grayed out and my anxiety is rising. That's okay. This is going to be an adventure and I'm going to figure it out. But this is not a big SSD. This is 256 gigabyte SSD. All right, install Windows 11 Pro. Keep nothing. Okay, great. I'm good with that. Install. Whoop. All right, now we have to wait for the percentages of installing Windows 11. And your PC will restart several times. Okay, probably good that I just go ahead and keep this running on here. You may just scroll and skip through this, and I might just yap my mouth off about it, but yeah, this might just be a little bit slower than someone with a USB 3 drive, but I got some time. I'm going to be turning this computer into basically just a glorified TV slideshow projector thingy. So there's a showroom TV downstairs that I would really like to play slideshows of toilets. So yeah, this is the fate of the G-Com Mini Air 11. Google Slides toilets. and YouTube playlists. The good thing about the N5095 is that it can play 4K 60 Hz, which is fantastic for a 4K TV. Don't need too much more than this. This Mini Air 11 is actually kind of really handy because it's got 3 video out ports, so I don't know. I haven't tried actually connecting three 4K TVs, but they might actually work. Three 1080p videos, that's nice. But yeah. Anyways, I like this Mini Air 11 because it's got an SD card reader. It's something that's kind of going out of fashion or style, but I still like it. Like, my cameras use it, my 3D printers use it, and they're just so much more compact than USB drives. But then again, USB drives are also pretty handy. They're faster. Okay. 16%. Do I keep yapping for all the way to 100%? Probably not. Alright, see you guys back in like 5-8 minutes. Ooh, okay, it did something different. Ooh, excellent. Alright, so it has restarted and booted back to the drive. Interesting. Just because of the boot OS order for Windows 11. Nope. That previous version of 7. Okay, nope. Okay, we're done here. So it's basically just going to send me back into a loop of reinstalling the OS. That's not entirely necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down the power button, shut down the computer, and disconnect the USB drive. Behold the power hold down technique. Yep, it's off. Great. All right, USB drive out. Eat. 1, 2, 3. And powering on the computer with the new OS. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, excellent. All right. So that's the installation period. Feels like it's always different every year, how Windows likes to reinstall itself. So, yeah, don't get too married to the concept of whatever you will see. It shall vary. Don't mind me, I'm just playing around with toys. So, what else can we do while this thing is installing and updating? I'll save that for later. I would like to show the spreadsheet that I've been working on, and that's just a method where I track what computers and OSs I recommend doing a Windows full scan or reinstalling the OS. Bit of an after topic, but we'll take a look at that after this. I'll pause it, skip you guys this. Oh, is it doing the thing? Eh? Okay, it restarted itself. Reached 100% and it's restarting. Nope. Okay. Cool. Hey, okay, now we're getting some Microsoft logo info there. That's the spinning wheel of death. If it ever stays like that for an hour, something has gone wrong. Actually, it might be an indication that the OS has already been corrupted. This is what I was a bit impatient with, so I interrupted the OS while the wheel was spinning, and yeah, I kind of borked the explorer.exe file. Hooray! Okay, so this is the Windows setup thing after removing the USB drive. Hi. Okay, so you go ahead and select your country. Sweet. US? Okay. At least this is familiar. If you're like setting up a mini PC or new computer in general with Windows on it, this is going to look very familiar. I don't want a second keyboard layout. All right, do I want to connect to? I'm not connected to Ethernet or Wi-Fi at the moment. So I'm cool with, let's connect your network. I have to connect my network? Heavens, what? No. I don't have to connect my network. Nah. Okay, so it really is trying to force me to connect to a network. Huh. Quick Google search. Windows setup. How to skip Wi-Fi connection. All right, I need to Shift F10. Okay, Shift F10. Command prompt. Yes, sweet. And then type in OOBE/bypass NRO. Okay. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Select the menu. Okay, OOBE. Well, it's this fancy slash, and then bypass NRO. Yeah, cool. Okay, sweet. Hey. This is why it's good to set up your computer with your phone. Just a quick Google search it, or just have another computer on standby, and yeah. Alrighty, here we go. We're going through the steps one more time. We're bypassing the Wi-Fi because I don't want to connect this thing to the internet until I've finished the setup. This is actually kind of interesting because when I set up the Gcom mini PC, it didn't prompt me to connect to Wi-Fi. It didn't force me to do it, but I know why it does that. It wants to make sure, like, hey, you got to set up your Microsoft account. I don't want to connect my Microsoft account. Leave me alone, Microsoft. Ugh, alright, what can you do? But Shift F10 and then follow the instructions from wherever you're searching, OOBE/bypass NRO, and you should be good to go. OOBE means out of box experience. Fancy. Here we go again. Okay. Yes. Yes. I totally encourage people to watch this on ×2 speed if I'm going way too slow for you. Okay, skip on the second keyboard layout. Come on, fingers crossed. Yes, I don't have internet. Hey. Okay, enter your name. What shall I name this Gcom Mini Air 11? Decisions. I shall name it. I don't know. What should I name it? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it Canada Dry. I have no good reason why I should do that. Alrighty. Confirm your password. No. Alright. Okay. And now I have to set up my security questions. Nobody wants to see this. Actually, I'm sure there's some people that want to see this. Oh, hey, look. You can look at this nice little Google thing while I type in my super secret passwords that nobody should ever know. Okay, boom. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 security words. Okay, okay, good. That is there. All right, choose your privacy settings for this device. Let's see. I'm okay with them knowing my location because it's a fixed location. This is my private, well, this is a workspace. Nope, you don't need to find my device if this device actually gets lost somewhere. I've got bigger problems. No diagnostics data, no inking typing, no tailored experiences, and no advertising ID. You may choose whatever you would like to sell your soul for. That's okay. You do you. I would personally prefer that Microsoft didn't gather any of that. They're charging us like crazy amounts, like $150 for a Windows 11 key. Like, that's too much. Please do not ever spend $100 to $200 on Windows. Do not do that. I think that is a total scam. There are places to buy it cheaper. I leave that to creativity to other people. Don't buy it off of eBay from whatever scammers are. Use your brain cells. We'll look for guides. There's plenty of guides where to buy Windows keys for cheap. Reinstalling it, it's free. You don't have to pay exchange money or anything. It recognizes the same license key thing, whatever is on that SSD, and it activates itself again. So Windows is just nice and self-contained like that. This might take a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC. Cool. All right. Takes about 20-30 minutes to go ahead and reinstall your OS. Eesh. I'm taking my sweet time because I'm talking and yapping. Here we go. Ooh, straight into the menu. You didn't even ask me to log in. Okay. Let's see, what am I logged in? I'm logged in as Canada Dry. Okay. Okay, then you can go ahead and open Microsoft thing. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and check settings for, check updates. Yay, cool. I'm not connected to the internet, so it shouldn't allow any updates whatsoever. Let me see. Yes, good. All right. What I actually really wanted to go to was the privacy and security. If, by chance, you went and logged in for a new computer and you completely skipped the Wi-Fi and thing and everything, I mean, you can log in with your Wi-Fi anyways, but let's see, Windows Security, open Windows Security. This is a alternative if you happen to just like skip reinstalling your OS, but you're still using a pre-installed OS and you're like, do I have malware or something mysterious sitting in the background of it? You can go to virus and threat protection and let's see, scan options, go to full scan, and then you run scan now. This will take maybe like, I don't know, it depends on your size of your SSD. It literally scans through everything and it'll give you a clean bill of health, hopefully. If it comes back and says, hey, we found so-and-so suspicious thing, reinstall the OS, please. And change any passwords that you may have put into the computer, okay? But basically, this is my solution. If you happen to just, you're using the computer already, or you're just short on time, you don't have a second computer to reinstall the OS, you can open up the computer, run a full scan. Windows Defender is very good. It does catch most things out there. Everything else that it doesn't catch may as well go in the realm of, wow, that is really terrible. Please don't ever use that computer ever again. So, yeah. Alrighty, so anyways, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and connect to the internet here. And exquisite internet, connect. Everything is connecting. Hooray. All right. I'm going to go ahead and scan options. Go ahead and run a full scan. And while that's running, I'm going to also go to Windows updates. And this is really slowing down the N5095. But I'm going to also go check for updates. And if you are completely new, you may as well go to optional updates and just double check. Hey, is there anything here? In my case, nothing has been detected yet, but I might come back to this. Meanwhile, start without your data. Leave me alone, Microsoft Edge, or Explorer Edge, whatever you're being called now. Okay, cool. And I'll go straight away to Google Chrome. Anybody that normally uses Firefox or any other web browser, you are so lucky that you have not been trained on how to use Google Chrome. and just been indoctrinated, I cannot be saved. My soul is gone. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's... I don't know if you can hear this, but the Mini Air 11 is very quiet. That's what I'm very excited about. The Mini Air 12 that Gcom made has the same fan. It's a pretty good sound. It's not high-pitched. It's not annoying. No, Chrome, you may not use my data. Just go ahead and download Chrome. Cool. Actually, is it... Yes, my SD card is actually plugged in, so I can actually... it's not detecting it. SD card, activate. Nope, that's not a good sign. Okay. Chrome has been downloaded. We're going to set up. Yes. Wonderful. And how are the updates going? Oh my goodness. Yeah. The bare minimum is included on the USB drive. Now everything else that is needed, like the Logitech mouse that I am using, is pushing its own updates. That's just not right. Okay. As well as each of the displays, anti-malware and everything is being downloaded as we speak and updated. Okay, cool. I may as well just cover just some basics here. If you are using an Intel processor, you'll look for Intel driver and support assistant. Yes. Okay, Intel driver and support assistant. This is for anybody who's using an Intel CPU or iGPU kind of combo thingy. You can just download this thing. It will hunt down and try to forcefully update everything to the latest drivers. It's great. So this is like a very straightforward way of, oh no. Whoo! Well, would you look at that? Okay. I overloaded the 8 gigabytes of RAM. That was fast. Oops. I should not have done that. People who have been voicing their opinion against 8 gigabytes of RAM, you were right. 8 gigabytes of RAM is probably maybe not getting to maybe enough for 2024, unfortunately. It's still functional-ish. Oh goodness. I ran a Windows update, a full scan, downloaded Chrome, and blue screened the computer, just trying to download Intel driver and support set. Okay. Oh, hey, at least Chrome's successfully downloaded. Let's see how stable everything is. Unbelievable. I wasn't even doing that on purpose. Sometimes I could do that on purpose with this Mini Air 11. Poor 8 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, there we go. It's got to restart a lot of those downloads again. Yep. All right, Chrome is downloaded. Great. Don't sign in. Yes, set as my default. How do you do that? Yes, set as default. There we go. That's how you know I'm a Google Chrome shill. All right. Oh, this is actually an important thing. If you are setting up Google Chrome, here we go. More useful ads. Hang on. You go to settings. Come on, settings. All right. Add topics. Turn this off. Boom. There you go. Not just that one, but the site suggestions. Off. And let's see. Add measurements. Yes. I don't want actually Google Chrome to track anything. You may have thought, aha, I've not checked the tracking data request on the download link. That wasn't the real trap. This is the real trap from Google Chrome. This is how they spy on you. Anyways, remove all of that. I'll do that Google privacy thing later. And I'm going to be patient and let my updates run. Let me see. Anything new? Nope, it has not detected my SD card. Sad. All right, and let's go ahead and open up Task Manager so I can just take a little quick peek. Oh, there we go. All right, This is Task Manager. Yay. It might look like this. It might look like that. There we go. This is what I would like to look at. And you can right click on the graph. Change graph to logical processors and see how many CPU threads you have. The N5095, similar to the N95 processor that's slightly newer, they don't have much for multi-core or multi-threaded performance. It's a 4-core, 4-thread CPU, this N5095. Very low performance. It's only intended for just the bare essentials of web browsing, and holy cow, that is a lot of blue. It is running at 100% trying to run Windows updates at the moment. I have faith that it will finish eventually, but you're going to have to be a bit patient. And this is the RAM. So don't let that go to 100% non-stop, otherwise you get into blue screen territory. That is not good. Okay, so anyways, this has been just a run-through of everything, well, most of the main things that I would like to just point out. We went through things like setting up a USB drive with the Windows Media installation tool, and this is now a repeatable USB drive that I can just plug into several other computers and run reinstalls of Windows. We've gone through the process of how to skip through the Wi-Fi and Microsoft account creation or login. That's good for non-tracking. Skip through Microsoft's ID tracking and Google Chrome's ID tracking, and also covered Windows Defender full scans, which are good. So, all right, that's a ton of information. This has been a bit of a lengthy video. Sorry. But I hope it was very informative. Feel free to watch this again, times 2 speed, or just skip around. Do whatever you need to do, but this is just information out there for anybody that needs it. Good luck to everybody out there, and be patient if you buy a Celeron mini PC. The downloads do take a while, but eventually I do believe that the actual functionality of the web browser is good enough. So I feel comfortable at least going through emails, web images, browsing YouTube. I have an unhealthy YouTube addiction. All right, anyways, good luck to everybody out there. Try getting... Is this? Yeah. Are we being serious here? Oh, yeah, because I haven't logged into YouTube. It's not registering anything. Okay, yep, bye everybody.